Welcome back, everyone. This is Jaronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6. Today we are starting on episode 54? 54, I think. If I'm wrong, well, it's close to it, so whatever. Last episode we were starting on a machine that we're going to now continue on. I got a couple of things going on that. I did a little bit of cleanup in between episodes, made it look a little bit prettier, and I also spent a little bit of time letting some more mob essence be generated, although not nearly as much as I would like. If I could stop the world crash issue that I keep having, then I would just let myself stand there over the mob spawn section overnight, and then I would just come back the next day and it would all be there. So I'd have all the mob essence I could possibly want. So, but since that's not going to happen, we're just going to do whatever. So we're going to want some controls for our machine, and because I want to have multiple different things, we're going to make rednet cable. Rednet cable is good for redstone controls when you can have one wire that does multiple things for different colors. There actually is another way to do this, but I cannot remember. It's I think it's bundled wires with, I think it's Project Red has added it back since Red Power lost it. But since I'm more familiar with RedNet, we're going to go with RedNet. So we're going to make some RedNet cables. 24 is probably going to be enough. We're also going to need some hoppers. We're going to need not nearly that many, but we're bringing that many just because. We're also going to need some levers. Wow, we don't have enough levers. Okay, we're going to need to make some more levers. That'll probably take the next 3 or 4 episodes. Sorry, it's just one of those things that takes a really long time to make. And we're going to go ahead and start doing the last little bit of setup on this machine. If I get it working correctly, and I think I will, I should be able to have it functioning and be doing what I want it to do before the end of this episode. So I want to get together pretty much everything I think I'm going to need before I go back up there. Because when I go back up there, hopefully I should be able to just put things together and be done. So hopefully a working demonstration of this machine will be the way this episode is going to close. Should need 2 of those. Should need the rednet cable, the levers. I don't need the plastic sheets anymore, but that's okay. Impulse item ducts. What am I forgetting? Oh, what am I forgetting? Oh, nothing. Just the most important part. Okay, so we're going to be making some autonomous activators. Okay, autonomous activators are basically something that acts like a player. You make them, it's very simple. We need tin, pneumatic servos, pistons, and chests. And we're going to need 12 of these. So I definitely have plenty of chests. And I definitely have enough pneumatic servos. And pistons and tin. I'm gonna have plenty of pistons, and I should have all the tin I'm gonna ever need, because you don't use tin all that much. Tin, steel, Invar. Oh, I've got an Invar. Cool. I have forgotten I had excess Invar. Tin. There we go. Oh, screw it. Just give me a stack. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to use these in my machine to, they're going to essentially be left clickers. I'll explain that a little bit more in detail here in just a minute. The next thing I'm going to want is going to be some rapiers. And I say rapiers in the plural because I mean lots of them. Alright, so what we're going to do is, let's see, how do I want to go about doing this? Do I have... I don't think I have... I want to make them with green slime crystals because that's going to make them have higher durability than if I did it a different way. Higher durability in this case is going to mean I have to repair them less often. So we got blocks of congealed green slime, which should make green slime balls. That's excellent. And yeah, let's do this real quick. We'll go ahead and grab some more green slime. We should have some more here. Wow, actually not that much. I'm kind of surprised. Let's see. We'll grab a stack of dirt and sand, sand, sand. Where are we hiding sand these days? There it is. Stack of sand, and we're going to go and put that there, and spread this across like this. And wow, that actually only makes 16. Well, it should be actually more than I really need. I wonder if this doubles in here. Come on, baby, give me 2 for 1. Oh, bingo, baby. 2 for 1. Excellent. Not going to argue that at all. Alright, so while that's cooking up, we need to go ahead and melt some stuff. I did a little bit of research in between episodes on how effective this is going to be. The base attack of the rapier is actually not going to matter whether we make it out of a higher tier metal or a lower tier metal. My original idea was to make them all out of alumite or manulin, but that is a little bit excessive for my tastes. So let's see, we're going to need... Let's see, we're going to put... If I can think straight, where is my sword blade cast? I swear it's not here. Is it in the... Oh, gee, I wonder where it is, huh? Alright, so what I figure I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go with steel. Steel is not the easiest in the world to go with. I mean, realistically, I could make them out of stone if I wanted to, but I don't want to go through that particular hardship of having them be low durability stone. So I'm going to go ahead and make them out of steel, because steel has a fairly high durability. It's not really that hard to come by. I mean, it is, but it's not. And we're going to go ahead and melt some steel. While it's doing that, let's go grab this over here. Oh, still cooking. Okay. That's still plenty. We don't need to actually wait for the rest of this. And we're going to make 12 handles in the part builder. And there's the paper that we're going to use in a minute. And we're going to put the tool rod pattern with the slime crystal. And we're going to make... Six and seven. Now, how in the world did that happen? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, well, we made too many, but that's okay. So now we can put away the excess slime stuff, and let's see. The next thing we're going to want is going to be... Okay, we got the sword blades, that's fine. I got more than enough steel melting. Actually, I have more than enough steel molten. So now we're going to pour 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I can count. Isn't it special? 7, 8. Now I just need to mess up the count just to make it hilarious. 9, 10, 47, 11, and 12. So now we should have 12 blades. Bingo. So we've got 12 blades, 12 rods. So the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make the crossbar, because when you're making a rapier, the crossbar piece is the only other piece that matters. I'm probably going to want to make this out of obsidian, because obsidian is going to make this reinforced, and that's going to take a little while to melt because I'm a dummy. And I didn't think about that because I would have had the obsidian melting long before now. Anyway, it's so we need 12 of those at half an ingot per one. So that's going to be, we need 6 total ingots, which is going to be 3 blocks of obsidian. I think. In any case, we should be able to go ahead and throw this in here. And we'll go ahead and pour some of this steel out because we really don't need to have it going. I should have just done the calculation and not thrown all that steel in. But I actually thought I would just make the entire things out of steel. And that probably would have actually not been a very bad idea. But ultimately, it's just not necessary. I can actually make them better this way. So, melted villagers. We're up to 5 emeralds worth of melted villagers. While this is... well, no, it's not going to take that long. Yeah, the obsidian's already halfway there. Six more. Okay, well, we can pour 6 ingots. Alright, so that should take care of all the steel, and we're going to need the crossbar mold. The crossbar mold that I don't have. I don't have a crossbar mold? Seriously? Are we really going to do that this time? Apparently we are. Okay, fine. I guess we'll melt some more stuff. I prepared for this episode, can you tell? I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing, I just thought I had more stuff ready for this than I actually do. So, sorry, you'll just have to sit back and watch, because I am not prepared, but that's okay. So, we're going to make a paper version of the crossbar to use to make the mold, just because paper happened to be handy. And while we're waiting for that, we are going to clear out some of the excess junk in my inventory because I don't need it anymore. You can all go away, and I will deal with you later when I have to. Alright, excellent. So now we should have the melted gold. Sweet. Okay, gold on the bottom. Good. Alright, so this should make me the mold that I need. Now we should be able to switch the obsidian to the bottom. And we should be able to pull the mold that I just made out of here. And we will make 12 crossbars. And we're going to count them again. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm just kidding. We're not really going to count those. We're just going to keep pouring until we run out of obsidian. So basically the idea behind this build is to make it so that grinding the bosses of Ars Magica to get this, the skill orbs that allow you to have to buy new spell effects and new abilities and stuff, that gets really old. It's fun to fight them, yeah, but do you really want to have to go through all that effort? Nah, not me. So I'm going to make... That did not seem like 12. Then again, maybe it was. So when this machine is complete, what it's going to do is it is going to be a place where we can spawn monsters and... Wow, that was loud. And we're going to spawn the Ars Magica bosses, and the machine is going to kill them for us. Not only is it going to kill them for us, but it's going to gather their drops and keep them for us. So, let's see. What all do I have? Do I have everything else I need? I think I do. Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. We need that and that. We are going to also be making some drawbridges. I said I was going to use these early on, and turns out I was wrong. Go figure. But, so we need the blank casts. We need aluminum brass, bronze, a dispenser, and so on. I don't think I have any excess aluminum brass that I'm aware of. So we will simply melt some more iron. Melt some more stuff. It's not iron, but you understand the concept. Alright, so that was 20 aluminum. We want to get 20 copper, because I believe it's 1 for 1 for aluminum brass. And if I don't get moving on this, I will not have this operational before the end of the episode. Alright, so molten aluminum and aluminum brass. Let's see, what else did we need? We need bronze and the dispenser. Dispenser is a bow plus redstone and cobblestone. We'll go put that together while we're waiting for the aluminum brass to melt. Let's see, because we're only going to need 2 of these. We're going to need some more redstone. And we're going to need some bows. Bows, I probably don't have any because I don't keep them typically. But that's okay. We only need 6 of this. And 6 of that. I don't need you. Alrighty, so we should be able to do... that, and then we should be able to do that. Bows don't stack, so we're going to be a pain about it. Okay, so now we just need the bronze, which we have over here. We're going to need the aluminum brass from upstairs. And we should be able to get this put together. At this point, I don't even care if it's 1-to-1. We have aluminum brass, and we have a lot of copper left over, so it wasn't 1-to-1. But that doesn't really matter. Just give me some aluminum brass so that I can use that to make what I'm making. And again, I'll clean this up later. I realize that I'm actually doing very badly when it comes to... as far as preparation goes for this episode. Where's the aluminum brass? There it is. Alright, so now we should be able to break this down, and we should be able to use pretty much any crafting table, so we'll use this one out here. And drawbridge me. Why did it only make 1? What am I missing? Tinker's alloy. No, got the redstone, got the aluminum brass, got the Tinkerer's alloy. Okay, I don't see what I'm missing. I mean, obviously I'm missing something. No, I'm not. Okay, well, I guess it just doesn't like me then. And that's fine, it doesn't have to like me, it just has to do what I say. Alright, so now we don't need that, we don't need that, or that, or that, and we don't need that. Other than that, we should be good to go. We are going to want a couple pieces of clear glass. Actually, we'll just bring a stack with us, and now we shall go assemble the machine. Right after I get these kids off my lawn! Get off my lawn! Alright, we're going to use bat form in this case because it's just going to be so much easier. I'm not sure exactly how you want to go about doing this without bat form. I'm sure it can be done, but I really don't want to put the effort in. So, alright, what we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is we're going to run the red net cable. We don't want to have to jump in and out of this machine to start and stop the dryad spawner from spawning. So, instead, we are going to put the red net cable, which looks really horrible when you do it like this, but that's okay. We're going to run this up. Do you mind? Now, I think if you use a wrench on the red net cable, you can actually change it to like cable connection only mode, which will make it not look quite like that. I'm fairly certain that actually works, but I'm not going to get into that right now just because I'm not sure how I want to go about doing that. So now we should be able to put that there, and then we should be able to run that one more higher, and then we're going to run it across the sections here and here, and that's where we're going to leave that for now. So, wow, that really looks like crap. But that's okay. As long as this functions, I'll worry about the rest later. So the other thing we want to do is we want to have this section here. Now, you want to make sure when you're putting this together, I tried this in my test world and it didn't work right. You need to place the gold inlay down. Then you have to take out the blocks that the gold inlay is sitting on. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. What we're going to do is we're going to line this area with hoppers. And the hoppers are going to pick up any of the drops that come from the bosses. So that way we don't have to try to jump into the machine to take care of that either. So we're going to put the chest here, and then we're going to run the hoppers around. Now, the reason that we have to do this way is because you cannot place the gold inlay on the hoppers. It won't let you. But if you place the gold inlay, then knock the blocks out from under it, then place the hoppers, it works the same way as if you place them on the hoppers. Even though it won't let you do it the other way, it will let you do it this way. So that's going to work just fine. Alrighty, so we're going to take this and we're going to make this hopper look like a normal brick. And we're going to make it spit out clear glass. Okay, and I'll explain why that is here in just a few minutes. So, you know what, where's my wrench? We're here, we might as well, let's give it a try. I've been wrong before. Aha! Strong connection, cable only. Nope, can't do that on that one. That one has to be standard connection, but the one next to it, it won't let me access. Okay, whatever. If I really need to, I can come back through there later and worry about that. So the next thing we want to do is we're actually going to chop a hole in the wall right here. And as a bat, this is really easy for me. And we're going to place our second drawbridge here. And we want it to face out. So I need to be a little bit lower and boom, facing out. Alright, we're going to make this thing clear. Okay, we're not going to make this thing clear because it won't let us. I guess we'll just make it look like brick then. It would have been really cool if it let it be clear, because then it'd be like, clear glass draw bridge. But alas, 'tis not meant to be. Alright, so the next thing we're going to need is some more red net cable. We need to hook the red net cable into the rest of this. And you know what? As long as I'm here, cable only. Together, come up, and then come over to connect to that one. And that's going to let us have control over this one as well. Let's see. Oh, I shouldn't have. Well, we'll have to chop into that one and change it. Okay, so the reason we were using red net cable is because we can change the colors. This drawbridge I'm going to make purple. Okay, so this drawbridge is purple, and then from there we can add different colors to different things. And the reason for that is, with this being purple, when we come up here and place a lever down on this piece of cable right here, it now is a lever, but that lever is set to white. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this lever, and we're going to change it to purple. So now when I flip this lever, it will activate that drawbridge down there, but nothing else. See? Alright, so now when we place another lever, this lever is white, and white is currently the spawner. So we flip that, and nothing happens because I don't have anything on the spawner. But we want to keep this flipped right now because I'm going to go down here, and we're going to put the dryad net in here, and nothing should happen because we have it flipped on, and therefore it's not getting, the redstone signal is disabling the spawner from spawning. So that's now not going to spawn anything until we go further. Alright, so now, as long as we're going to be down in here, let's go ahead and put the rest of these in place. Wow, that chops through fast. Okay, didn't really want to chop through that much. Alright, we're just going to go by hand then. Excellent. Wow, I actually did not need 12 autonomous activators, but that's okay. I didn't think that through very well, but that's alright. So now we're going to place the... Did I miss this piece of glass? I did. Alright, so we're going to place the autonomous activators in here, just like this, and this is going to ring around the entire section. Okay, so now we have these autonomous activators. So now, inside the autonomous activators, this is the menu it works with. Basically, we have the right click or left click. We're going to do left click because we want them attacking. Round robin item use. That means it'll go and use each item in turn. Randomly used, just use whatever, whenever, or the first slot only. We're giving it the first slot only because we want it to only use the rapier. Okay, sneaking or not sneaking, it basically tells the whether or not it's acting like a player. So sneaking or not sneaking is whether or not you're holding shift. And then aim level, aim high, aim low, or just aim level. So we're gonna have it aim level. Okay, and we're going to leave this configuration because it's not gonna pick anything up. We're going to change its redstone signal to ignored, and then we're gonna move on. So let's do this to everything else real quick. Be careful if you don't have your PvP turned off. These can actually hurt you. These might actually hurt me if it weren't for the fact that I'm a bat right now. They can't actually reach me. We'll find out whether or not they can hit me here in just a second, because I'm going to jump up in front of one. Whoops. Be good if I actually put a rapier in that one. And if they can hit me, they will, and it will hurt significantly. Alrighty. Alright, testing. Ow! What, it only hit me once? Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright, so now that is set up for that level. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to give the drops somewhere to go. Okay, so we have the chest here, and this is why we brought some impulse item ducts. We're going to place an impulse item duct here, and we're going to run it this way, and then we're going to run it up the side of this. Okay, fine. I'm gonna have stuff get in the way. I can work around it. Except there goes some of my stuff. Okay, we're definitely making a magnet next. Gonna have to make a magnet. Alright, hopefully I still have enough of this stuff. Shouldn't be a problem. Ah! You see how much trouble this would be if you didn't have bat form? Or some form of creative mode flight? This would be horrible. Alright, so anyway, this is why we brought the other chest. And we're going to put the other chest here. So now we're going to put the pneumatic servo down here so that any drops that come out are automatically pulled out and sent away. Pneumatic servo installed. Change that to output. And now anything that falls in there should then be output into that chest up here. So now we're going to go down here without going all the way down and getting smacked. We're going to throw something down. It's going to disappear, and here in just a second we should see it come shooting up this pipe if it hasn't already, and into the chest. And into the chest. Did I just miss it or what? Okay, there it is. Alright, good. So now my auto-collect is working as well. Alright, so the only other thing we have to do, and I'm not going to be able to do it right now because I don't have the red net cables because I dropped too many of them. The only other thing we want to do is to hook in the drawbridge down underneath, but I just don't have the red net cable to be able to do that right now. Let's see how far we can get with it, just because I'm curious. And we're going to color this one orange. And we are lacking 3 pieces, but that's okay. Cable only, cable only, cable only. Excellent. Okay, so, you know, it'll be just a few minutes off. Well, actually, you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and spawn our first boss, and while our machine is automatically killing it, we'll go get some other stuff. So it turns out that there is a Nature Guardian. The Nature Guardian comes into play when you kill too many dryads too quickly. It basically aggravates Mother Nature, and it spawns the Nature Guardian, which is now going to happen because all these dryads are getting slaughtered. Anytime now. Bingo! Nature Guardian. Let's turn this back off. We might wind up with 2 Nature Guardians. Nope, there we go. Alright, so we now have a Nature Guardian. The Nature Guardian is down there, and as you can see by the red markings, the Nature Guardian is getting its butt kicked. So, while it's getting its butt kicked, and I'm surprised we can't see its health bar, I'm kind of disappointed at that. There it is. Oh god, now I'm in here with it. Okay, so there's a Nature Guardian's health bar. The Nature Guardian has an extremely large amount of hit points. Like, disgustingly large amount of hit points. That's why, and its armor is incredibly thick. That's why I use the rapiers, because the rapiers are cutting right through that armor, and it's just going to continue to deal massive damage. So now we have the ability to have those things be killed, and I don't have to worry about dying. So, yes, it is cheap. Yes, it is cowardly. Yes, it works. So, we're gonna do a little bit of red net cabling here, because I don't remember what the recipe was again. Oh yeah, redstone. And we're gonna make a little bit more of this while our Nature Guardian is being slaughtered. So we should be able to, once we get done with this, if the Nature Guardian is dead already, might not be. Like I said, it's got a lot of hit points. But we should be able to then go back upstairs. We're gonna stop off at the Ars Magica room and grab some wind essences. And the nifty part about this is, since I built this up in the sky, I can do the Nature Guardian by killing dryads and spawning them like I just showed you. I can also do the... oh, it must be dead already because I'm not seeing it. It's either dead or despawned, but I don't think they can despawn. Yes, it is dead, because look, there's experience down there. And now we should have red experience orbs. Yeah, baby. So, red experience orbs come from the Nature Guardian, and now I have a way to farm Nature Guardians. And now we have that Guardian there, and we're going to flip the purple switch. The purple switch pushes him off of the center block and into the autonomous activators, and starts him getting killed. Whatever you do, do not turn that drawbridge off. The autonomous activators will knock him into a space where they can no longer reach him, and if he stays there long enough, he will actually destroy this structure. Because, as you saw me fighting him before, if you don't do any damage to him after a certain amount of time, he uses his wind magic to destroy the structure he's in. So, they are picking him to pieces, but you have to be careful, and don't spawn more than one of these guys at once, because that's dangerous too. because then one of them might take all the damage, thus the other one isn't taking damage, and if the other one isn't taking damage, then it... Hey, quit that. If the other one isn't taking damage, then he might destroy the structure as well. So keep that in mind and be careful about that. So I'm not going to take a chance. I have to wait for this guy to die because I don't want to hook this up and have it be... Oh no, it's already colored orange, so it should be fine. Alrighty. So quit that. He's actually... His wind powers are actually sucking me in and causing me troubles. So he's getting killed. And he's acting now good. Now he's getting ping-ponged around a good little bit. And boom, he's dead. Keep in mind that after he dies, you have a few seconds before his wind dissipates, and that can still be a problem. So now we can turn that off. That's going to retract that. And now we're going to put one more of these off to the side. We're going to put one more lever. And we're going to color this one orange. Now, you might ask yourself, why would we do this? Well, this particular one is for that bottom... Oh, wow, I put a little bit too much in there, but that's okay, because I can do this. Now, this actually brings it up to the center and leaves the center blocked. The reason you want to leave the center blocked, well, there really isn't a reason to have the center blocked, but if you were to, if one of the bosses gets killed, and one of the items that he drops lands directly in the center and doesn't get sucked up by one of the hoppers, then you just come over here, flip this switch, and whatever item that is gets brought up here where you can pick it up. So you never have to go back into this machine except to repair the rapiers, because eventually you will have to repair them. You can see that they are taking damage. But realistically, you will probably have all the skill points you ever will need long before the rapiers break. So if you're playing on a server and you have a lot of people who are going to be wanting to do this and want to get all those skill points, then you may have to actually go in and repair them. But on a single player game like mine, you don't have to worry about it. And there we go. We have completion. We got 3 extra air essences. We've got a green infinity orb and a red infinity orb. We can now harvest green and red infinity orbs. Now, if I were to build this, if this actual piece, because right now the center of this is in a jungle biome. Now, if I had done this over the river biome, then I could have also worked in the Water Guardian. But the problem with trying to work the Water Guardian in with it is that, oops, no more dryads, we've already got one. If you try to work the River Guardian in, you need a redstone inlay, and you don't have a redstone inlay, you have a gold inlay. So I couldn't figure out how to make it so you could do all 3 bosses in one spawn killer, because, that's, if I could do that, then you'd get the blue, green, and red, and you'd have all 3 orbs possible, and you wouldn't have to worry about it ever again. But for now, this is how this works. It works, it's functional, and now I have all of the pieces I could possibly need. Keep in mind, this guy here can actually hurt you pretty badly from a pretty good distance. He throws that scythe he's holding, and you might want to give him a fairly wide berth because of that. So before we close the episode, I want to do one last thing that I meant to do already, and this is going to be so that we can actually watch this battle unfold from a distance. Oops. I'm making a mess, but that's okay. And yes, this episode ran over, but I wanted to be able to test this machine and show its functionality before I close the episode out, and now we have done so. So this guy should die any second now, or in a few seconds anyway, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. I call this build complete. There may be some tweaking done. I actually can't think of anything that I would need to tweak it for. Boom, he's dead. The only thing I might consider doing is adding some sort of way to collect the experience from them dying. It's not a lot of experience, but you take what you can get. Bingo, 2 red orbs, and life essence, which is dropped by the dryads. So, hooray, it works. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what I do next. Spread the gaming!